Dear travelers, today we are going to delve into the gameplay loop, and monetization of Gacha Rhythm Games. The subgenre of gacha games focuses on playing songs with a group of idols. Among the popular titles are Ha Miku Colorful Stage, which includes mixed genders, Bang Dream, which features female characters, and Ensemble Stars, which highlights male characters. What is a gacha rhythm game gameplay cycle? You play the game by tapping notes on the screen, as you can see behind me, and trying to tap them when they pass through a line at the bottom, at my head, as you can see, which is called Judgment Line. Surprisingly, rhythm games have one of the most unusual monetization model and also very strange gameplay loop, and I'm going to guide you through to have the most of the game and understand it. Let's start with the main objective in the game, which is collecting songs. More songs equal more fun because you can try different tracks, making the challenge more interesting and varied while listening to your favorite pieces. To do that, you don't use the premium currency of the game, instead use a side currency that you can collect by playing the game's events, so reading or skipping the story after unlocking it as we are used to with other gacha games. To unlock the story, you just need to play songs and gather points. This is where the premium currency comes into play. With it, you can pull new versions of the idols, which are the same characters you get at the start of the game but with different artworks, stats and skills. Skills are not too impactful, just quality of life for playing songs. Some give you some health back to avoid losing in case you are missing too many notes, others allow you to avoid missing the timing in some slices of the soundtrack, a small part of it actually, while the last type allows you to get more points. Points have two purposes. The first is giving a rank to the song you're playing. This does take into consideration your performance, but it's mostly about your team stats. As long as you survive, getting the highest rank usually depends on that. The rewards of these are just a little letter besides the song, plus some premium currency and goodies that you don't really need too much. The second purpose of points is to allow you to unlock event stories faster, and through that, get the side resource that allows you to get songs faster. This looks pretty useful, right? As long as you have a strong set of idols, possibly but not necessarily from the same band, you are set. You will complete events very fast. You have stamina that makes your points much higher, and you need to play through your stamina gauge a couple of times or 3 to have all the story pieces and associated rewards. There is though another mid-game reason to have all those cards. By getting points in an event, you'll also ranked against other players. This gives you some premium currency at the end of the event, but honestly not much at all. It's 500 stars, it's not relevant, so here the objective is just the leaderboard. You can collect titles that testify to things: how long you played the event, and how strong your cards are in that specific event. How do events work in gacha rhythm games? The amount of points you get depend on 2 factors that will list from least important to the most. First, playing songs fast. To do that, you need a group of 5 people to start them in a more organized sequential way and not waste time. It's called fast menuing. Number 2, band strength. It defines how many points you get at the end of each song. And third, playtime. It's the core thing. The more songs you play, the more total points you get. There is no cap. Everything is additive here. Stamina will multiply the points at the end of the song, making it worth much more than playing it without the stamina, so you need that too. The problem here is there's no daily time cap for event points, and therefore the player that has the best team and plays most the time gets the titles. So in turn, it means that in the world there will always be a player that wants to play 24/7, almost literally, to have the most points. Of course, playing 22/6, which is the actual number of hours and days you need to attempt getting the highest ranks in an event, it can vary a little bit, but you get the gist of it, is very unhealthy because of something pretty obvious: sleep deprivation and the stress that comes from repeating the same action over and over. There are songs that give you the best point to time spent ratio, in fact, so organized groups are led to repeat them over and over to get some edge over the competition, which means that the stress that comes from repetition can be even stronger. How was my experience with hardcore tiering? Because I did try it. I attempted this challenge once and got 3rd place in a very popular event, Briar Road, as you can see here. It was a very harsh, basically an esport, and it took everything I had to marathon to the end. I took one entire day break inside the event that allowed my health to stay strong up until the event end. Another reason to rank is to collect little extras that only top ranks get. Besides the titles, it can be flavor items like stickers for the top 1000 players, as in the English version of Bang Dream in 2024 right now. This is the most hardcore part of the game. I thought it was just an insane and unfun activity up until I tried myself, and I must admit, chasing a very harsh objective just with your own forces is thrilling, in a way. We humans love challenges and pushing our limits. So did I, and I definitely did. But was it worth it? And most of all, why did I do that? Was it just for the challenge? I asked myself more than once this question, came to the conclusion that there's indeed a second reason. The title you get by being rare and shiny is a way to show other players how much you care about the game, or the idols, or the story, or anything about the community, or the rhythm game itself. It's recognized by the communities that do this as a sport of sorts, as much as a cup would be recognized in a more traditional one, so your peers, your friends you make through tiering also recognize this. So then, is it worth playing 22/6 for an event to get this shiny item that is also recognized by people? My answer is only if it aligns with something that itches inside yourself. There are other people that do this for many events, but this means being extremely dedicated to the game and limits your possibility in terms of exploration of other games, and in general it drains your energy so much that it impairs exploration at all in any other field, even work, when you're playing the hardcore version of the event and you're trying to get in the first spots. Today's top questions are: we all take our own decisions, so I'm here to just help you take an informed one, right? In those events without stress. That's because, of course, this is where the game brings you slowly. If you just play it, brings you to want more and more, right? What are the drawbacks of hardcore tiering? Point number 1. You may end up burning out. It's an endeavor your body will feel and feel strongly. It can also lead to health-related problems, and I can't really advise you risking this on the channel. It depends on many factors like constitution, mental stability, and others, but it will take a toll on anyone. It's inevitable. You will spend money if you play the events like this often. There's no way out of it. Top ranks are paid if you want to play many events a year, because you need the meta cards and refill stamina an incredible amount of times, and that requires premium currency too. Also, the meta cards change at every event has their own, which are the bundle ones. It will drain most of your time for that week. It may be incompatible with work, and maybe this is not possible for you, and also you can have problems with family and social life, as much as a hardcore sport would. If you do this often, it will drain a lot of time from your life in general. So this is the third point. The second question: is lightcore tiering worth it? Is it worth to get a title that is not that hard to get, like 1000 top Bang Dream or top 10,000 Colorful Stage? My answer here is it depends again. If you like collecting titles that are recognized by that community, then go ahead. That's a way to approach it without being too hardcore. There are two things you keep in mind before going all in though. Considering improvement is something naturally enjoyable and desirable, you'll end up wanting to push the bar upwards with time if you play the game a lot. This can lead you to burnout if you try too hard without being aware, or disappointment if you feel like you're forced to drop something you wanted in the end. This is the first point. The second point is this may cost you some. To refill stamina, get better cards, you may want to spend money. So that's another point. Not much, but still money. This may lead you to want to collect the entire set of items as a third point, and I think this is the real problem. Because even when you don't feel like playing the game, you just feel like you want that sticker, or the collection will be imperfect, and this is a reason why it is a problem. FOMO, fear of missing out, is a psychological dangerous bias, a situation that happens in any gacha game, and you probably already know about it. Which are my decisions on Gacha Rhythm Games? Last point of the questions. Yeah, these are my decisions, so they're just mine, right? There's no good answer or wrong answer. It's just my answer. So I will still play the songs. The songs are fun to complete and improve upon, so there's no problem with it. I will still collect some cards, because you don't need money to collect some. which means you can do that for free, you can have fun and collect your favorites. Even if you lose out on something, it doesn't matter because you are not going to collect them all. But I will not tier for higher ranks again. It was meaningful the time I did to prove myself and get out of a difficult situation in my life, because you have a lot of time to meditate while you do that, and it's zen if you think about it. But you can meditate for free and without losing your health, so yeah. I will prove myself again in different ways. I think that's enough. Third place was incredible for me, and that's more than enough. I wouldn't suggest anyone to do that, but if it's important for you, just take care, okay? Don't risk your health for a position, even if it's something you really want. That's very important. I want to do that again because I'm actually worried about my health too. I will not my work. I will not tier for medium ranks again either. I think if I get one item, I will end up wanting all of them. I am a gacha gamer like you, so you know, that's normal. Plus I may be tempted to tier higher, which is even more dangerous, so no for that. And lastly, I will complete events for the rewards because it's easy. It doesn't take much time, it allows me to read stories in the meanwhile, which is fun, so I'll definitely do that. There is no mention in the article on this last part that I want to share with you because they're here watching this video. You can find the article on thevideogamejournal.com if you want to read it and rewatch it, and not know if you want to comment it or just take some quotes from the talk we did today. But there's something else I want to tell you. While I was recording the video, actually while I was preparing footage, as you can see behind me, I was playing Free Lives, the mode where you can just play lives without worry. You just play the songs for the songs, not for the points. And it felt good. For the first time after a long while, it felt very good regardless of how I was doing with the song. It felt very exciting. And this feeling I almost forgot because of events, because I was playing only the same song over and over, or just focusing on the points, not the songs. I opened my favorite ones. I could choose them in this way, and it was incredibly nice. I wasn't even trying to have a good combo or points or precision or accuracy or whatever it is. I was just trying to have fun, and it was very fun. It was very fun. So this is my answer. I liked focusing on fun, and I will keep doing that from here onwards. I will want to have fun still, because I love the game, I love the songs, I love the bands, the story, the colors, everything about it. Besides hurting myself, I want to connect with others, and I will find a way to connect with others with rhythm games too. This talk is one way, but I will continue trying doing that. Maybe I will organize some kind of competition through the channel that you can join in. But yes, that's my answer. It's a very simple one. I want to have fun, and the way to have the most fun with rhythm games for me is just opening them, smiling, opening Free Live, the blue one, in Bang Dream, or you have Free Live everywhere, even in Colorful Stage and such. And just play the songs, unlock the song of course, if I haven't unlocked them all, and play them. It's like an offline game, I know. You don't get rewards, you don't get anything relevant, maybe the event rewards, but that's not the point. It just feels good. And this part especially was very fast, and it was like, oh my, this is from an anime I love. And sometimes you fail, you have to give up, and you have to retry it, and that's part of the game. You never fail when you tier, because you play a song you already know how to play. And I think the most fun I have is by choosing the songs I love, like thinking about them without hurry, like choosing the ones that I really want to play, not have to play. Especially anime song, like for instance the Abnormalize I selected here from Psychopath, I loved to play so much. So yeah, try Bang Dream, try rhythm games, but don't get stuck in something you don't like doing. If you like tiering, go ahead. Especially lightcore tiering is fine, but do what you like doing, like me, with games. I wish you the best of fun, of course, as in every video I will be making from here onwards. Expect different types of videos. I will do talks very often, but I will also do guides for games that require guides. So have fun. I hope you join with me with this journey for a long time. Have fun with the games that we find together, and thank you for being here, as always. As for the new year, this is Nero Atlas, logging